For those of you who don't know, Blackwater are a secretive PMC, or private military company from the United States who became notorious during the Iraq War after they were linked to a large number of civilian casualties and fatalities, including those of women and children. Whether it be truthful or not, the fact is that these guns for hire roamed Iraq unbound by the same laws the US military were faced with, and so, for money from the US government, were able to take part in missions which the US Army would not have been able to attempt. Tangled in conspiracy theories and largely laughed at and looked down upon by the real military for being badly trained liabilities in the combat zone, Blackwater are a touchy subject, and you only need to search YouTube for videos of Blackwater and read the comments to see that people's opinions, whether positive or negative, are extreme and full of anger. So the real question I ought to be asking about Blackwater, the Kinect-enabled shooter for Microsoft's Xbox, shouldn't be, is the game any good? It should really be, why the hell did they make it in the first place? For what purpose? Surely if you wanted to make a Kinect shooter, you could license something less offensive than the Blackwater company. Hell, just off the top of my head, the technology in this title would have made a cool cowboy game. Kicking down saloon doors, jumping onto the saddles of horses and whatnot. It's instantly less offensive than the idea of playing as a shadowy PMC, and it just boggles my mind why someone thought it would be a good idea to do this in the first place. It sure doesn't seem like a smart money-making scheme to me. Maybe it's actually propaganda from the Bush administration to boost public opinion amongst young adults for Blackwater and other PMCs. Maybe it's a recruitment tool for Blackwater themselves. Or maybe it was just some dumb dude in a suit's dumbass idea. Whatever the reason, it's been made, it's in the shops, and it's my job to tell you if it's a good game or not without pesky politics getting in the way. Blackwater follows the 4 operatives of Agile 22 squad, Baird the leader, Eddie the sniper, Devon the forgettable one, and Smash, the shotgun-wielding holder of possibly one of video gaming's most stupid names. Now, I pity the writer who had the unenviable task of trying to make these killers for hire likeable. It's an impossible job, and to be completely honest, the overly nice, wannabe heroic tone of the characters is unconvincing and utterly forced.
Commander, you don't need our help in escorting the convoy?
No, my troops have that under control, don't you worry.
Roger that, just making sure.
Whoever penned this monstrosity of a script even created a slightly homoerotic relationship between the characters.
Don't worry, Smash. I'd come rescue you.
Aw, shucks, Eddie, don't make me blush.
It's so bad it's kind of funny, but it's pretty unsettling when you think about the circumstances the game is set in. Honestly, the writing here is so awful at times that if it wasn't written by a complete novice looking for his first paycheck, I wouldn't be surprised if the writer was actually churning out this shit on purpose, as some kind of sly piss take. I mean, come on, how can lines like this be written seriously?
These bridges remind me of days I'd rather forget.
Wait, bridges? Why? And what days? Did he get raped by a bridge on his last tour of duty? Did a bridge kill his family? God, it's honestly painful. Unless you look at the game with the view that it's so bad it's good. In which case, Smash, who is by far the most memorable character thanks to his constant dumb lines, is comedy genius. This goateed freak show is responsible for one of the worst lines in gaming history.
Come on, Baird, I'm riding shotgun with a shotgun.
But then, later on in the game, if you're still thinking along the "it's so bad it's good" lines, he's also responsible for one of the best quotes in gaming history.
Lights, camera, shotgun.
Damn, I wish I was there the day they recorded this script. I wouldn't know whether to laugh until I died, or run around punching everyone in the nuts until the noise stopped. Oh, and while we're on the topic of bad scripts, sometimes the subtitles don't keep up with the voice actors. It's a simple thing really, but it aggravates the fuck out of me, and I can't believe something like this wasn't noticed by someone, anyone, and fixed. It's jarring and it can ruin the otherwise, awesome banter between the mercenaries.
Hello, you are the team from Bravo, yes?
Yes, sir. This is Devon, Eddie, Smash, and I'm Baird. Our team is designated Agile 22.
Good, good. Welcome to Howdy, gentlemen.
Now, Blackwater is not a co-op game, so you'll be taking control of all 4 of these mercenaries by yourself. Not at the same time, of course, that would be insane. But you do spend most of your time on each level changing back and forth from Baird to Eddie to Smash to Baird to Devon to Eddie to Smash and so on and so on. I would have thought it better to stick to 1 character per level so as not to confuse things or distract the action, but I didn't make the game so that didn't happen. The constant swapping between characters and their inane back and forths really start to grate after a while. It happens so often at times that there might as well be no gameplay at all, just a cutscene that looks something like this instead.
Move out, Devin. Roger that, Baird. Eddie, it's all yours.
I'm on it. Devin, please proceed at will.
Roger that. Thank you, Eddie. Smash, focus, it's all you.
Yes, sire. It's all you, Baird. Don't let me down, old man.
Roger that, Smash. We're heading out. It's all you, Smash.
Roger that, boss man. It's all you, Baird. Don't let me down, old man.
Roger that, Smash. We're heading out.
Devin, please proceed at will.
Roger that. Thank you, Eddie.
Oh, shut up. Still, this is a Kinect game, not a film, so I probably shouldn't dwell too much on the characters and script. Instead, I need to let you know how well it all works, and to be honest, this isn't a lazy man's game, and that's to its credit. It's not a standstill shooter like Child of Eden. Sure, you target your enemies the same way, but you must use your whole body to scan the landscape for enemies, hide behind cover, and manoeuvre around obstacles. When you're under fire, ducking behind cover is essential if you don't want to leave Smash with a big bullet hole in his face and to recover health. And sometimes when the cover in front of you is really low, you actually do need to hit the ground for your character to hide fully behind the cover. Then you can slowly peek around it and pick off your targets one by one. It's actually kind of cool, hiding behind walls and popping out to take down the enemies, but it's sadly let down by the actual shooting. You see, the crosshair doesn't act like it would in, say, a light gun game. In those games you point your gun at the exact point of the screen you want to shoot at, and then you shoot. But here you have to really stretch your arms outward to get the crosshair to cover people on the edges of the screen. You can't just point at them and blow them away, because the crosshair just does not follow your hand's position precisely enough, so you end up waving your arms out at your sides trying to find your targets, rather than just shooting where your finger is aimed. This can also make shooting from behind cover an uncomfortable chore, as leaning your whole body to look for targets while aiming at the same time becomes more a test of balance than a test of accuracy. And an inaccurate shooting mechanism makes for a pretty bad shooter, to be honest. But wait! You don't even need Kinect to play. So does the experience improve when you ditch the motion controls and go back to the good old joypad? In a word, no. In many words, what you have instead is possibly the worst control scheme for a shooter ever. To mimic the motions of Kinect, the controls here have pretty much been reversed from the way a normal FPS would control. Not only this, but it feels sluggish as hell. Moving the crosshair feels like when you use a web browser on a console and you try to move the mouse cursor with your joypad's thumbstick. Damn, it's just so bad I'd almost say try it for yourself, but I really wouldn't want anyone to experience that kind of aggravation. Kinect has not just been implemented into the shooting though, it's also been shoehorned into hundreds of pointless QuickTime events. There's ones for pulling yourself up onto ledges and kicking down doors, which kind of have a point I guess, but really, what's the point of this one? Who, except for a complete moron, would choose to jump over this in the middle of a battle rather than just walk around it? Are Blackwater that dumb? Or do they just do things like that to show off and look like cool army guys, man? And look, they don't just do it once. It's like they just chucked these things in there because they were making a Kinect game and they had to put in as much Kinect as possible. At least put some thought into it if you're going to do that, for fuck's sake. The game itself is pretty long, but the levels are so bland and boring, the whole experience merges into one dull action scene. In the end, my only incentive to finish the game was so I never had to play it again, and that's the only thing that kept me going after every death sent me right back to the beginning of the sometimes incredibly long, boring levels. Seriously, forget checkpoints, they don't exist here, and nothing is more frustrating than dying just before the end of a 10-minute long level. I guess it does add to the overall realism. In the end, it made me really not want to die. Not because I care for the characters or their situation though, just so I could get through the game as quickly as possible. Oh, and quickly, what gives here? Who the fuck cracks when they get shot? Look, on the edges of the screen. Cracks. Oh wait, so it's supposed to be their sunglasses? So, how the hell have they got magic healing glass in their sunglasses? That's just stupid. Look, the glass is healing. Did no one in the whole development process look at that and think it was stupid? Dearie, dearie me. The levels are laid out in a very interesting way, with multiple routes that change depending on the actions you perform in the game. These different paths add a lot of replayability to the game, so you can jump back in once you've completed it and find all those hidden routes and collectibles, if you really do hate yourself that much. Overall, Blackwater is a pretty unpleasant gaming experience. Sure, it should be applauded for trying to make an adult Kinect experience, and some of the gameplay here is really cool, but anything that shines is hidden under mountains of crap. The sound effects are crap.
Nice work. The barricade is clear. Get that convoy moving.
The graphics and character animations are crap. The stand in the same spot enemy AI is crap. The cutscenes are laughably crap.
RPG!
Left.
And the voice actors hired to read the crap script are crap.
Back on the job already, huh?
Time off was never my style.
If the aim of the game was to make Blackwater the PMC more appealing to the general public, then as a piece of digital propaganda it has failed miserably. What it has done instead is paint Blackwater to be simple, inaccurate, uncoordinated idiots. Oh, so maybe the game has got it spot on after all.
They're bugging out. Good job, team.
Next time, bring some real firepower.